guys, and welcome back to our channel Food Treasure. Today we are going to make chicken biryani. Let's begin with the ingredients. I have taken 1.5 kilo of chicken, which we have cut into a bigger pieces. I've got 5 cup of basmati rice, 1 tablespoon of cumin coriander powder. I've taken fried onion. I have fried this in the house. You can even buy it in the store as well. I've taken 3 tablespoons of yogurt. Here's the mixture of 1 tablespoon of coriander seed and half tablespoon of fenugreek seed, some chopped coriander. I've got one squeezed lemon in here. I've got some strand of saffron soaked in the water for some color and nice flavor. I've got 2 sticks of cinnamon stick and then 2 bay leaves, crushed garlic ginger paste, some salt, and a mixture of cardamom, cloves, and a big black cardamom. Okay, let's begin the procedure. Okay, let's begin with making the masala for the biryani. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roast some spices here. So once the pan is heated, I'm going to add the cumin and fenugreek seed on it. And then add the cloves, cardamoms, cinnamon stick, and bay leaves. We roast them until all of them turn a slightly brownish in color or golden in color. And then we grind them to make the powder. Now our dry spices has roasted really well. I'm going to take them off the heat and then grind them in a mixer. Now since the spices have roasted, I'm going to put them into a blender to grind it into the powder. Okay, now we're going to add the grinded spices to our chicken. I'm going to add it on. Add some salt. The cumin coriander powder, garlic ginger paste, squeezed lemon juice, and now some yogurt. That's 3 tablespoons of yogurt. Now we're going to mix it thoroughly. Make sure you coat each and every pieces of chicken. Once it is all mixed thoroughly, now we're going to cover it and leave it for at least 1 to 2 hours. Okay guys, so we have left the chicken to marinate for a few hours. So once it is marinated well, we need to cook it. So let's begin the cooking. I've heated a pot here. I'm going to add some oil on it. While we cook the chicken, make sure you rinse your rice properly, like wash it few times and then soak it for around half an hour. That way your rice won't stick when we cook it. Okay. Once the oil is heated, I'm going to add a little bit of those dry spices that we used earlier to make the biryani masala. So I've taken few leaves of bay leaves, cinnamon stick, and then cloves and cardamom. Once they are slightly roasted, we're going to add chicken to it now. chicken start to fry a little bit. As you can see, we are going to add little bit of turmeric powder. It will give a nice color to the chicken. Add about a teaspoon, and then also a little bit of chili powder. It's optional. Once it is mixed well, now we're going to cover it up and leave it for about 5 minutes to cook. So guys, it's been about 5 minutes since we have been cooking our chicken. Now let's have a look. It has cooked beautifully. The chicken does not have to be cooked thoroughly because it is going to be cooked with the rice also. Now we can turn it off and take it off the heat. So now we're going to boil the rice. We need to make sure the rice is boiled before we cook it for the biryani. I've boiled water in this big container. I'm going to add the rice. The water has started boiling, so I'm going to add the rice. Okay guys, so as you can see, the rice have started boiling and it's slightly cooked. So it is now ready to be drained. Okay, now I'm draining the rice. Okay, I'm just going. So you can see it's nice and cooked. Okay guys, now it's the final stage of making the biryani. I have heated a pot. I'm just going to add a little bit of oil on the bottom, just slightly, like a tablespoon. After that, I'm going to layer up with the chicken first. Rice on top of it. Covering the chicken with a layer of the rice. I'm going to add a bit of that fried onion we had earlier on top of this. The saffron water. This is the color. And some coriander. Now I'm going to put another layer of chicken on top of it. Now we're going to cover it up with a silver foil so that it is nicely sealed. So now I have sealed it tightly with the aluminum foil. You can do this with a dough so that it cooks slowly. Now I'm going to use this lid from this pot to cover it tightly. I'm going to cook this on a medium heat for about 10 minutes. It has been about 15 minutes and I think it's cooked. Now I'm going to turn the heat off. Slowly going to release the pressure. Take this off. That looks good. Let's see if it is cooked. It has. Okay, now it's ready to be served. Now let's begin serving. It looks nice and cooked. It smells really good. I'm going to top it off with some fried onions and some coriander. It's ready to be served.